That's gonna scare everybody away. Whatever though. Inducement, time-based inducement. Most people look at inducement as just something like this. Okay, our order block. We have small whatever, and now we go back and we can chop down. No, this is not valid inducement. Let me show you an actual real example of valid inducement. We have order block, set on order block, and then we stall. We stall, and then after we stall, shoot all the way back up, or we new candle open, shoot back up, tap in, so we'll previously push price down, and it should just go down from there. Now, what's so important about this inducement is that it's time based, meaning your inducement has to have a higher time frame candle in line with it. So in this small area, so let's say we're looking at the 5 minute. This is a 5 minute order block. It has to consolidate for at least 15 minutes, or have a 15-minute candle. It can look like anything as long as it has a wick high and a wick low, preferably a wick like this. Preferably the 15-minute should look like this. The wick should have a decent wick size. So when we go open up a new candle, right, and then we take that previous candle wick high out, that is our continuation, because that is true discount and premium. That's another thing. That's true discount and premium. So when you look at liquidity sweep, I don't want you to not look at liquidity sweep as just money being taken. Look at every single high that gets taken out is a premium and discount. So if we take out highs, previous candle highs, it becomes way more expensive to keep on buying up. So if we have one swing high, right? No. If we have one swing high, two swing highs, three swing highs. Okay, and then all of a sudden you see this. The more we keep on going up in this range with multiple swing highs, check out multiple swing highs, the more expensive it becomes to keep on buying up. Meaning, if you see something on a high time frame and it's drawn into something like this, it's more likely for adjustment A block, right? For it demand it back down, preferably CE, and then possibly have it continue all the way back down to take out the swing highs that were bluffing. I like to call these bluff. They were bluffing. They wasn't ever, the purpose for them being created was never to go past higher than this. And they were generated. I ain't gonna lie to you. Generate liquidity in a way. These are fake swing lows. These swing lows never had a purpose in their life, because when judgment day hit, which was this, then look, they just crash all the way down, get taken out, right back down. That's something you need to look at. That's something you need to note. That is what we like to see, realistically. And if you compare this with timing, it becomes even better. So let's say this whole thing was Asia, then we had London open. This whole thing's London. So Asia, take out Asia high, right? Hit CE, start reaction, preferably something like this. Start reaction, CIST, imbalance, and then you really want to place your entry right after CIST if you create an imbalance, and stop loss will be rather high, or if you want to be safe, have your faith in the POI, and I guess you're still gonna want to do, and you could probably, you know, hold more profits down. So this is literally beautiful. Literally complete model right here, and this is what ICT talks about. I ain't gonna lie to you. In a way, it's kind of more advanced because he keeps on stating like something like accumulation, reaccumulation, and then like you're just putting too much words on what something as simple as this. You have your reaccumulation phase, distribution, and I'm like, okay, what do I, like, we don't know, and now you're just trying to be a pattern trader, trying to spot like a reaccumulation or distribution phase, or you know what I'm saying, and it gets weird. All you have to do is just have something so simple as a framework that's like this. Not bashing ICT, by the way, but something that's a framework as simple as this, and you just go based off of this, and let your muscle memory do its job. Have faith in your muscle memory. It's gonna build up, and eventually you're gonna see stuff like this. So now that's just to show you another, you know, little thing you look at every time there's a swing high or swing low that gets taken, that becomes more discounted or premium. It becomes more cheaper to buy or becomes more expensive to buy. Something like this. For example, this is a perfect one. Well, not really perfect because we're in this 3 month. We just reacted off the 3 month upper quadrant, so it's like now it could just shoot past all the way up just like this. But this is a perfect example as well. Right here. What I'm talking about in inducement is something at least one candle. What you want to see is a manipulation to this one candle, and then we take out this. When we take out this, it becomes extremely, quote that, extremely expensive to keep on buying up past here. So what you want to spot is reactions, preferably in session, and you're gonna find something like this. CISD, maybe a sweep down to this low to go back in EQ of the range. It's as simple as that. I'm teaching you things that's already been taught before, but this is like inducement sauce, because people just think inducement is just any high that's formed after or maybe before order block. It's just, that's just not how it goes. That's how you get pooped on, because you have an order block right here, but you never know. This order block that you just marked could be inducement for an order block that was created up here. So you were looking at this and you're like, okay, well, okay, and it has inducement, now this, and then by the time it gets up to here, you're like, oh, so okay, we take out liquidity, that was inducement, we take out more liquidity right here, that was inducement. By the time it gets up here, it has a whole new candle that just spawned that just printed, and now every candle has an objective, which I like to believe. So now a new candle just formed. This candle that just formed at this order block, its objective may be to take out the high and go to here, to react, and then to continue on to previous candles. That's what people don't understand. So if you have inducement is not in the same candle interval, it's not in the same time interval, it has to be in a different time interval, meaning a different candle. This is all one candle. It went up to the order block in all one candle, so it's not high probability, because when the new candle appears, it's gonna go something like this. high, induce lower. Just a pray to work. Most of you react off that, and then go back higher. That's not good inducement. Good inducement is this right here. Now, enough talk being said, I'm going to get in some examples. And hopefully, whatever. Alright. So this is perfect. Why? Look at this swing. Swing high. Now this is not in the same time interval. We created this lower. Place something like that. What do we have? A new 4-hour candle. Expanded higher. So it's now new. Now taking all this out. Plus this out. It becomes extremely expensive to keep on buying past here. And if we do, it's fine. But that's why we have confirmation entries. Because we want to see, because it's going to tell us based off of how good the confirmation looks what the figure wants to do. You know what I'm saying? If it wants to go down, continue down. So let me so. Baby, 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 like baby, 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 oh, like baby, oh. We're gonna get in refinements too. I can get in refinements right now, actually. But I'm sorry, bro. I'm not sorry, but not sorry. When you have an order block like this, the only time you should be refining it if you have an order block below CE. So if a new order block gets, if a new order block gets presented below CE, that's gonna be a refinement right here. You don't want order blocks being paired right here. You don't want these are not a good refinement. A good refinement is below CE. This is going to be used as liquidity, and you can place your entry at CE and have it stops below here, or just slightly below. And usually it'll be at off of CE or hit the refinement and continue up. That's how you get snipes. That's just real quick little thing you can also take. But wait. Now we have this though. What is this? A 4-hour. 4-hour looks decent. We are expanding off of this monthly. So like I said, I'm already anticipating this monthly to really just shoot past up here. Now if it does have reaction, that's fine. And if it does, I may profit off of it. But since we react off this monthly upper quadrant, specifically upper quadrant, when we react off a quadrant, it's just know that it's less likely to be a bluff move if we are reacting off a quadrant. Anyways, let's continue. And what time are we in? 12. So this is not a time I want to trade actually. Okay, we had a reaction regardless. Perfect reaction. I don't know why I said that's not the time I want to trade. 12 is not that bad. You still have 13. You see 13 expanded. And yeah. Anywho. Oh, it dropped down over here. Oh, that's interesting. Anyway, the first thing I do is check on the 4-hour spot right now and something. It's not the time frame that I look on. It's really the order blocks. I'm trying to find to see if it's high probability. If there's nothing, if there's no order blocks on the if there's no order blocks on the high time frame, like yes, there's an order block, but I want to count this because it's gonna take years to get up there. And by the time this happens, the objective may be different. We may just want to boost past this. So I'm looking for recently created order blocks that follows up with the trend. So looking at each time frame, seeing what the frick is going on, and then the lowest I go is the 5 minute. So, and that's when you can create something off that. So boom, you already created a framework right here. Order block created. What do you have? previous candle. This is not the best, but still, order blocks usually would tend to have a reaction regardless of any inducement. But I'm just saying the most high probability ones are with inducement. So this is your only battle right here. When it calls the best battle, but you're gonna most likely have a reaction off of each of them, and it's that simple. This should open your eyes, bro, because it's literally this simple most of the time. Anyway, back to today. See if we sweep anything or tap it into anything. Nothing. I'm not really looking out for the reaction. That's what I'm not doing. I'm not aware like this. Even though these might be fit for a small reaction, it's not fit to give us a reaction all the way higher. It's less likely. I like order blocks that are likely to expand way past my RR. You know, this might consolidate. You never know, and then smoke shit up a little bit. And then, you know what I'm saying? It could just do whatever. Order blocks are really judgment day blocks, demanding blocks, the true battle. So anyway, I see inducements being created. When I spot 15-minute, guess what? 15-minute candle just appeared right below it. That's inducement. That's valid inducement. Because what we do is we're gonna go up and take that right at Asia. We do have these upper highs, but it's fine. But when we take that right at Asia, you can expect automatically a reaction inside of here. Now, here's some more sauce. Quadrants. That's gonna tell you the area where price is most likely not gonna bluff at. 25%. CISD. So we had our inducement. We had our small CM. But I mean, the more you do this, the more you're gonna get better at inducement, or not inducements, but confirmations. This right here is not the best confirmation. I typically like to see reaction off CE, but let me see what we do actually. I may miss out, you know. Yeah. But you kind of see how much candles we created before taking that out. We created one. Okay, I'm chilling. Created 1, 2, 3, and now 4. We created 4 candles before taking out inducement. That's not what I like to see. I like to see typically 1 or 2 candles that take it out. We already created 2, and it's got took it out. It's not the best. Now this can obviously be liquidity now, unless we. Okay. Alright, it's gone. It's gone. Anyway. It's not that gone though. It's not that gone though. Boom. Hourly created. This is not inducement because we already been expanding higher. So this is just a continuation. Nevertheless, CE you still can have a reaction off of. Boom, right here. So nothing too crazy. Boom, a reaction like that. Okay. Now that's an interesting reaction. Here's what we do. First thing we do, check on the hourly. See if there's any hourly order blocks that got formed. If there is, that's going to be the point where you want to target or you don't want to trade in general. We have 30-minute buy side imbalance, sell side efficiency. That's the first target. We have. Now I'm doing something that I never do, which is trade in Asia. But it's about to be Atlantic open anyway, so I'm not really tripping off of that. I mean, it's looking valid. It really is. It's looking valid to go down there. I'm on the 2.6. That's your limit right there. Simple as that. Why did this work? Not because of confirmation. Not because of how the confirmation looked. It has nothing to do with the confirmation itself. It's everything to do with what's demanding the confirmation, which is the order block. And you see how simple it is to win an trade just like that. It's that simple. Now, if you really want it, since we're in order block shop is overall to put us down. Like, so you could hold like that, but just for profit's sake, like that. Or you shoot for risk, or whatever. Or what I like to do as well is doing this. What I like to do as well is literally see how that's a 1.26. I'll drag it into this 1.2. Typically it'll hit and have a sharp reaction out of it. Just like that. Right at line open. Perfect timing. Any freaking ways. I'm actually gonna turn on that because that was nice. Those are short reactions we usually like to have. I'm dropping straight sauce. Nobody even shows you how to even journal. At that, I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you. Did I take this? Yes, I took this. 5 minutes or below. Go yowing. Good job. What block. And everything you think you need to see. It's all preference. But this is what I think I just only need to see. The model. What about reaction? Strong liquidity model. Yes. And then as you do 1H OB CE reaction, right? And then you do CISD, FEG, entry, and then sell liquidity / 30-minute FEG target, and then do 1.2 R time London open 2 o'clock. Was that 2:30? That girl was a real crowd pleaser. Small world, all the friends know me. Young boy living like a gnome. Quick release the gas as I fall slowly. PY OB. Target sell side. And then high time frame FEG. CISD. Probably had something too as well. Yes, it did. Quick release the gas, watch it fall slowly. That girl still trying to get it. Haters mad for whatever reason. Smoke in the air. Ain't so cold on that thinking. All the was I thinking. I'm a black beetle, cream seats in the Everybody, Fab 03 on a Monday. Fab 3 on a Monday. What up? Is that my work? I'm gonna retake the budget. He rolling. I think she love me. I think she trolling. That girl is a real crowd, please. So how about all the friends know me? Young boy living like a no keys. But at least the cats want to fall slowly. That girl still trying to get it. It's that simple. Ranking Super A+. That's what I'm looking for. That's all I'm looking for. Something like that. Super A+ to me. And then yeah, all these are just fillers, you know. You can, answer them if the time calls, but these are non-negotiable type of things. This is just 2025. Anyway. Getting so caught on that. First I'm looking for. Now, I'm not caring about this FPG. People think I'm caring about this. I'm not. Like I said, we were at the hourly. I'm not caring about this. Now, I'll put a break even at this. Put my break even. And it may go. But realistically, I'm not really caring too much. Why am I not? Actually, I do care about this. But I don't care that much because we're in an hourly, so we could just shoot down. But why? Everything should have inducement. Your favorite game should have inducement. Your order box should have inducement. Everything. What does this have? Perfect inducement. That means, what I say about this? We take out one swing low, another swing low. It becomes extremely cheap to buy up now. So we have a reaction. You understand? You understand? Anywho, that is your confirmation. This is a valid trade. So this is not a valid trade. We have to look at every single time frame before we take, not every single time frame, but at least 4 time frames higher before we take anything. In that case, this is 12 minutes before that candle closes. And if that candle closes like this, that's what it creates. Blah blah. What's invalid to everything. What are we also reacting off of? I did not see that, but now I do. What about? What reaction do we just have? That. That's valid. Ew. Yeah, no, I do not like that. I don't know why I took that. That being said, y'all think I'm playing? I'm not playing. Nah, I don't know. I have no problem going back to something that's like not. That's the confirmation was nice. Wait, actually, can I take that? Hold on, won't I? No, I want it. Because we're already, see, we're inside of this OB. We're not even doing nothing. It's not saying we're going to go up past this. We're inside of this. So we could have a reaction. Like, just off CE. Start reaction. And continue back down. Now I'm going to be looking for something. Perfect. 2 consecutive. No, this is still not good, but let me see. We did have a reaction, next reaction, but a reaction to what? Let me see. Hourly. See, hourly got created. Okay, we got 40 minutes for that. What can we possibly target? Do an SCISD though. I would take this and then be very conscious. Oh, my break even is gonna be right here though. Not gonna lie to you. Aye. Simple as that. Simple as that. So, this was because I'm live streaming. Right here. This because I'm live streaming, I'm not taking nothing too serious. But I'm not saying nothing too serious. I'm just kind of, the pressure's on. This is real. This was real. This pattern trader. You don't want to do that. And logical why it didn't work. And shot down. That's why I was working. CE reaction. Same stuff. It's all the same stuff. I just ping ponged this stuff. I did. Literally just ping ponged this stuff. Right there. That's 2 in one day. Just in the same session. So yeah. You shouldn't penetrate it. You shouldn't penetrate anything, to be honest with you. Always be a reactional trader, because people are going to tell you sessions are supposed to do specific things and this, that, and that. Sessions are only doing what the higher time is going to tell it to do. So that's why you should just look at these as high value. Yes, they are liquidity. And yes, the market is very conscious of it. But it's not a pattern liquidity. It's not guaranteed. Unless, a certain market is inside it. Which it could be a target. But this was easy. Boom. We like those. On that note, it's been 30 minutes. Let me leave you all to be,